For today's lesson, we're going to continue expanding on what we were working on in the previous lesson by using basic facts to approximate quotients. So it's the same 4 steps today. We're just going to be working with a few more digits than yesterday. So let's look at the first one. It says round the divisor. So which one's our divisor? That would be our second number. So I'm going to round that to the nearest 10. And I'm going to say that 23 is really close to 20. Now, for listing our multiples, I'm obviously not going to list all the multiples to 8,095. So let's get a good idea of where we're going, and I'm going to list some of the multiples for 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. All right, let's look at some of these numbers and see if we can kind of figure things out here. So I'm looking at 80. And I'm looking at 8,095, and I know that 20 will go into 80, and I know that 8 can be divided by 2. So what I want to do is I want to make this number something that I can divide by 20. So 8 divided by 2 is a really easy fact. So let's round 8,095 to just 8,000. So we've listed our multiples and given us a good idea of what number we can round our whole to. Now I just need to solve. So, is there a way that we can divide this pretty quickly? Yeah. So I know that I can pull this 10 out, since that represents 2 tens. And I can say that that represents divided by 10. And how many tens do I have? I have 2. So now this becomes 8,000 divided by 10 divided by 2. So what's 8,000 divided by 10? Well, on the place value chart, each digit would shift backwards 1 place value. So our answer would be 800 there. And then I would still have divided by 2. So what is 800 divided by 2? Well, that's 400. So we have rounded our divisor from 23 to 20. We listed multiples. What's different about today is we're not going to get the exact number here. We're not going to get close to that 8,000, but I knew 80 gave me a pretty good idea of what I could do. I can change this number to 8,000 because 20 will go into 8,000. Once I've done that and rounded my whole, it's just a simple solving the problem, and you can either do that through mental math, or you can break it apart and say that 20 is the same thing as divided by 10 divided by 2. Divide by 10 first, that changes 8,000 to 800, and then divide that by 2 and you get 400.